Welcome back, guys. This is editor James from Cordy Global. Guess what I brought today? I brought the new Avante CN7 facelift model, aka Elantra. Alright, so as always, I'm gonna start with the front. So this is the facelift model, right? What has changed? Can you tell the difference? For me, I can't. But alright, the one thing that is the most noticeable is the chrome line right inner center. I don't know if you ever seen our other reviews or not, but if you watch the review on Grandeur or Stereo, right? Hyundai has this identity look. What they are pushing right now is the one identity line that come across from all the way left to all the way right. So unfortunately, this is only the chrome line. But if you look at like Stereo or Grandeur, it's all one integrated LED light. But like I said, Avante, this only has the chrome line in the center, but during the daytime it looks like it is just one solid integrated line from left to the right. So this is what Hyundai is basically pushing these days. All right, what else is different? Maybe slightly the design of the headlamps. If you can compare the older generation, I'm sure that the design or how it looked on the side was slightly different. But now it is just long, narrow headlamps. So I think other than just those headlamps and the center line in the middle, I don't think, to be honest, there is any more change on the exterior. But when you are talking about the new Avante, it's not the exterior. You are going to be very surprised when you are sitting in the driver's seat, because now the new facelift model is doing a lot more than the previous model. All right, going to the side. Again, I can't tell anything different. It's pretty much the same compared to the prior facelift model. Again, the only thing I can tell is the pattern on the C-pillar. You know what, to be honest with you, I'm not even so sure if they have a change or not, but looks like this is the only thing that has made a change on the side. Everything else looks exactly the same, at least in my eyes, All right, now the rear. You know what? Avante, it shows many different aspects, and then one of the factor that gives you many different aspects is depends on what kind of a color or what color Avante you are driving. Previously we drove like something like it was blue. Okay, it was pretty, but then yesterday we received a car and it is black, and I think black looks amazing. Now again, what changes has Hyundai made? Can you see anything? I think the diffuser right here. Okay, the diffuser, I think that has slightly changed, and everything else, again, I'm sure it's pretty much the same. Other than the lower part of the bumper, I can't tell anything that is different from the previous models. This is only a facelift model, so if you're expecting a major change, please don't. Slight changes, but like again, when you are sitting inside, okay, and when you are actually driving, it's pretty cool. Again, everybody starts with a small car unless you're rich, you know what I mean? I remember back in the days in my school years in America, everybody started with a Honda Civics. Avante, aka the Elantra. It's kind of like Hyundai Civic. Everybody starts with Avante. Why? Because this is very economical, and the newer model is not only fuel efficient, but it is equipped with so many high techs. Alright, so now I'm sitting in the back. All the Cardi Global subscribers, they know how much I weigh. Hey guys, I'm on diet right now, so I might have lost a little bit of a weight. But anyway, I am about like anywhere 5'11", right? I'm 5'11", and then anywhere between like 220, 230, something like that. So I want you to take a look at the leg, how much space I have. This is, well, actually, this is a pushed back. Once you turn off the engine, yeah, the seat moves back. But even when the seat is moved back, look how much leg space it actually has. Avante Elantra is not a small car anymore. I mean, I wouldn't say it's big, but it has gotten a lot bigger than, older generation Avante. So for me, 5'11", as you can see on the roof, it's slightly pushed in case someone who is very tall can sit in the back. So yes, it's a slightly pushed in, which gives you a little more, headroom space up in here, right? So again, yes, I'm sitting here. Well, I didn't spike on my hair, but still, yes, it doesn't touch it. So even sitting in the back, it's pretty spacious. It's pretty spacious, and then of course, like when someone else is driving, it will be a little bit different. But yes, first of all, it's really spacious. And of course, if you compare to like Genesis G80s or G90s, it's a different, it's a different level. But I'm saying for the compact size, for the mid-size, Avante class cars, the rear seat, the rear space is pretty big enough. At least it has gotten better for sure. Right in the center, we have a Type-C charging ports. And this is not the top of the line quality leather seat, but again, if you're paying like around $20,000 or anywhere between, I think this is more than enough. I mean, what do you expect? You know what I mean? It gives you a leather seat. Hey, my first car didn't have a no leather seat. It was a fabric. You should be happy for having leather seat, period. I didn't start the engine, so the seat position is kind of pushed back. But once you press the button, can you see it? Yes, this is going back to my original driving position. So I will have even more space in the back. Hi. But anyway, so, all right, this is how it is. And again, all right, we do have one integrated cluster. So in the center, you will see two clusters, and then in the center again, we have a navigation. I believe this was a 10.25 inch across. So again, as you know, Korea makes the best graphic navigation in the world, period. So even though this is a stock navigation, it is as good as aftermarket. This is amazing. The feeling, the touching of the screen feels really good. And yeah, it has, right now everything's written in Korean, but yes, it does have many features that other cars at this class can have. So I think the steering is, again, stays the same, but the quality, the buttons and everything has gotten a little bit better. I still don't know why they have this on the left hand side. Still don't know like what it does, but hey, there it is. And again, and if you take a look at the color, I think they call this color maybe sage green or something. It's like it costs you extra money. I can't really tell how special it is, but maybe some people would pay extra money for this. I like to keep it, simple and plain. So I would rather keep either white or black, but everybody's different. So, and again, the gear knob, this is kind of like an airplane cockpit style. So this is how it looks. Right in the center, we do have a wireless phone charging, spot right here. And we have a power outlet. Again, we have a USB port and Type-C charging port on the right hand side too. So yes, nowadays in Hyundai cars and Kia cars, and I'm pretty sure even other brands, they provide lots of charging ports. So even when you are driving, you can, not only charge your smartphones, but in my case, I charge my action camera, my Osmo Pocket. I can charge everything while I'm driving, so it's really handy. This is one with a sunroof, but because this is a testing vehicle, it has no tinted window. I am hot as right now, but it's good because I got a chance to drive the new Avante. Again, on the bottom, it shows what kind of speaker it has. Bose, one of my favorites. And here in the center, we do have a cup holder, right? But again, I think we have seen this from different car. But again, you can actually pull this out, switch it back, and is not as deep anymore. But if you need to place a long cup like this, you can switch it. So simply lift it, push it back in. Now the cup holder is a lot deeper and narrower, so you can put a long cup like this or a tall cup like this. So this is a very simple simple feature, but makes your driving or your car life so much easier. Yeah, so yeah, everything else is pretty much the same. Right now it's a daytime, so you can't really see anything, but in Korea, when you are driving on a highway or local roads, right, there are speeding cameras from places to places. If you're exceeding your speed limit, you will see the light blinking all red right here. So right now you can't really see it, but it blinks, and so it gives you a warning sign. And when you are driving this car on the road, that's when you can actually find out how good this car is. I have been driving this car for about 300 kilometers or slightly less. That's about, I will say, 150 miles so far. The fuel efficiency is really great. It has all this crazy high tech, including LKA, HDA and all that. Wow, when I was actually using it on the road, it was just so useful. It was just so handy. It was amazing. You can't find these features any other brands at this price range car. So Avante is definitely doing it. I mean, this is kind of like an entry car for the people who are just graduated from college and just taking a first step into the reality. But you needed something that you can commute with. You needed something economical because you don't want to spend too much money. You don't want to spend too much money on the road because, gasoline is super expensive these days. You know what I mean? So, but you needed something that you can have fun, you can commute and work with. I think the Avante might be the perfect choice to start with. Alright, so I am on the road for the road test. Even though this is a small sized car, I mean, the Avante itself has gotten so much bigger. Like, very long time ago, the first generation, second generation, even third generations, when you were actually sitting in the back, you can't really breathe. I mean, right now I'm a big guy, so yeah, I can't even imagine myself just getting in the rear seat. But nowadays, just getting on in the rear seat on the CN7, yeah, it's not only spacious, but it's also comfortable. But if there are good points about this car, but there are also some drawbacks. The brake. I mean, if you're just driving at normal normal speed. You're not a speed racer or anything. So yeah, brake works just fine. But then when you are driving on a highway and let's just say a car on a different lane, a car ahead of you on a different lane is switching into your lane without giving proper signal. So what do? You have to hit a brake suddenly, right? So times like that or incidents like that, yes, that's when you feel that brake is being a little bit pushed, not in the beginning but towards the end. You know what I mean? So that's the time that you need to be extra cautious. Another good things about this car is that, as you can see, you can use the blinker and see the cars behind you on your cluster. This is something that the previous CN7 model didn't have, only starting on the facelift model. And if you're using the left blinker, for example, like right now, you can see the cars behind you on your left hand side. Again, if you use the right blinker, you can see the cars behind you on your right hand side. So this is something that you could only have or use on Sonatas or something above, not on an Avante level or an Avante stage. But yeah, starting with the facelift model, voila, yeah, it's pretty handy. Again, I wish the screen is really big. Not really big, it's big, but then I wish it was a little bit bigger, because it really depends on how you look at it. But then the screen and the cluster is speedometer, right? It's somewhat overlapping with the steering wheel. So for me, I can see pretty much everything, but I would say about 10% of the graphic on the top, it is covered by the steering wheel. Maybe I can lower my position a little bit, but then I like how the position is right now. So that's something that Hyundai could have done something about. Also, lane keeping assistant, HDA, highway driving assistant, it really works great. Lane keeping assistance, it makes sure that your car stays within the two lines, the lines on the left and right on the lanes on the right. Also, the HDA, if you activate that, it is maintaining the safe distance between your car and then the car ahead of you. So when you are activating the smart cruise control on the highway, it's really helpful, and it makes your driving a lot easier and less tired. Besides, if you activate smart cruise control system, right, and when you are passing the speeding camera, it also slows down to the speed limit. So for example, right now I'm on a 60 kilometers road and the speed limit is 60 kilometers an hour. And let's just say there's a speeding camera ahead of you, but I'm driving 80 kilometers an hour. So if you have activated smart cruise control, and then if the speeding camera is nearing you, the car will automatically slows down to 60 kilometers per hour. So that will be very handy, useful, and it will also save you some money. So yeah, today I made a short review for the facelift model, CN7 Avante, aka the Elantra. Yeah, if this video was helpful, please smash that like button and then subscribe. You know, your likes and subscription really help us make a better videos. So yeah, please, if you liked it, press that like button and subscribe. Hopefully we can get a different car from Hyundai's or Kia's in near future, and then yeah, hopefully we can come back with a better review next time. So yeah, until then, drive safe, eat healthy, be happy, smile. I'm Editor James. I will see you all next time. Goodbye.